in the last month and a half or so. All right, let's talk about technicals now. Jai Bala of cashthechaos.com is joining us to take some questions. Jai, great to have you with us here. Thank you very much. So, not doing very much. The market is absolutely flat, 2 days in a row now. How would you read things? How would you read the price action? Has the rally been getting a little narrower for your comfort? You want a broader rally, not a narrower rally. So is that a concern? And what would you advise viewers?
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show, Prashant. The market is doing all things okay. I would prefer the market to have been a little more broader. As long as the Nifty stays above 17,969, I will continue to treat this market as trying to push up towards record highs. So, the resistance for the Nifty comes at about 18,599 to the all-time high at 18,604. But, the market is attempting to push towards somewhere close to 19K, but there is not enough support. The key, sectors like FMCG and auto, which were powering the market ahead, are actually seeing some level of, slowing down. But all is good so far, as long as the market stays above 17,969.
All right. Hi, Jai. Good afternoon. Talking about the FMCG pack, if I pull up the Nifty and the ITC stock, ITC has been a big outperformer this year. But do you believe that it's showing signs of fatigue?
Yeah, that's right, Nigel. I think, in the next few hours from today to tomorrow, if ITC were to break 339 before clocking 354, I think a short to medium term top potential is there for ITC. But if 354 comes first, I think it might stretch higher to all-time highs that it made in 2018. So the sector as such, as long as the sector stays above 42.5, 42K, I think it's still okay, but there is visible fatigue there. HLL is slowing down, ITC is slowing down. So ITC has been the leader that's been carrying this sector ahead. But what's going to happen in the next few hours for ITC is going to be key for the sector.
We're seeing signs of fatigue in the auto sector. Tell us what the charts are telling you, and any thoughts on individual auto names?
Yeah, the auto sector, is forming some sort of, momentum drop. If the sector were to break below 12,750, the key support here, and close below it, I think there's a trend change for the sector. Now, the earlier support was about 12,400. That has moved up to 12,750. If 12,750 holds, the sector is okay. But the positive pocket for me is Maruti, but still on light touch. If Maruti stays above 8,800, it has potential to clock fresh record highs. I'm already slightly positive on Escorts. So if Maruti breaks 8,800, I think it's unlikely. But the top might be in. But the key level to watch is that 12,750 on a closing basis. If that happens, there's a slight change in the trend for the sector.
Jay, does IT services names have more upside from here, and which ones?
Yeah, the IT sector as such is locked in a range between 31K and 26.5. But the promise comes from Persistent, Coforge, and the frontline name HCL Tech, and even Sasken, which is on the second sector. Second stock, IT stock. So these are the promising names within the IT space. Coforge, if you try to break above 40.60, it's probably pushing towards record highs. It's looking quite positive, but today it's just got rejected off the resistance there.
Okay, all right. Jay, one asset class which took everyone's imagination by surprise was the Bitcoin space. It went like a rocket one way up. Now in the last couple of weeks, it's behaved like a small cap company, falling 10% in a single session. Where's that one headed on the charts?
Yeah, we discussed about this, Nigel, several weeks or probably a couple of months ago. I had projected a price objective of 14K for the cryptocurrency. I know, but now it's very critical that Bitcoin stays above 13,764. If it had a print, intraday print of 13,764, it's probably going to halve from that position, somewhere close to even 6,800. But I don't envisage that happening. But if that were to happen, be ready. That could lead to some kind of contagion.
Yeah, wild swings and moves and news flow in the entire crypto space. Jay, what about the dollar index? Sharp drop off in the dollar index as well. I remember the October high was closer to 114.75. Now we're at 107. Where does it go from here?
Yeah, I turned bullish on the dollar index on the beginning of January 2021, and I see this as a continuation of a long-term uptrend. And what we are seeing in the recent times is just a short-term correction. Probably will hold about 104.65. There is a tendency for the dollar index to move in sync with the US Treasuries, and that's also pointing to short-term correction. So, probably, if you're getting enthusiastic that this is a turn for the dollar and there's a secular downtrend, I tend to disagree with that. From a medium-term perspective, I'm expecting dollar index to clock somewhere close to 120. But we could see some sort of sideways move for several weeks, probably a couple of months from here. But as long as 104.65, nothing changes from here.
Okay. As long as 106 holds, you're saying?
104.65.
104.65. Okay. We are, by the way, already we've broken the 20-week moving average, right, for the dollar index?
Yeah, this is just a healthy correction, Prashant.
Okay.
It's had a stellar run from
Sure.
the 2022 lows and the 2021 lows.
Okay.
But it's a very long-term uptrend.
And you're saying 120 in a few months?
Yeah.
In a few months.
Medium term for me is about 6 to 9 months,
Okay.
and long term is about greater than 12 months. In 24 months, I'll see about 138 for the dollar index.
Oh, wow. All right. Jay, you got some specific positional stock ideas as well. You want to run us through them?
Yeah, I spoke about Maruti already. 8,800 is an important level for it. I'm bullish on it. On IT names, I'm positive on Persistent. I've already spoken about it. And for COFOs, wait for a break above 40.60. But there'll be a pullback post that breakout. So I would imagine one should allocate somewhere close to 10% on a break above 40.60, and then buy the pullback. But important to wait for the breakout above 40.60. Don't preempt the market before that. And M&M Financial, I'm negative on that. We saw a sharp drop in September. We've seen a slight pullback. It looks like a counter-trend move. As long as the stock stays below 226, I think it's bearish for it. It's probably heading somewhere close to 170. 226 is the stop loss for it, and expect negative moves towards 170, probably even 160.
Thank you very much for joining in. By the way, the Nifty Bank is moving up. Nifty Bank is up 250 points. Pull up the intraday chart. It's outperforming. The index has got a gain of close to about 0.6%, supported by an up move in ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, as well as big boy in the PSU space, State Bank of India. Get into a break. On the other side, we'll get you a check on what dealing rooms are saying in our special segment, D Street Chatter.